Let's start with a hard truth. Christianity in the West is bleeding followers faster than a politician abandoning campaign promises the morning after Election Day. Let's be clear. Muslims aren't the reason. Stop blaming us. You even let Jesus, peace be upon him, be mocked as free speech while your own faith crumbled from within. The problem isn't us. It's you. All right, now that we have cleared that up, let's talk about how Christianity is experiencing, well, a major identity crisis across the world. And I mean major. We're talking epic level losses here, like a football team losing 10-0 and blaming the referee. So the data comes from Pew Research Center. According to their latest survey, Christianity is bleeding followers, especially in the so-called Christian heartlands. Let's start with the biggest loser. Italy, the birthplace of Roman Catholicism, the home of the Vatican. You'd think this place would be a fortress of Christianity, but no. Italy is hemorrhaging Christians at an alarming rate. 28.4 people leave for everyone who joins. 28-1. That's not a decline. That's a free fall. When even the heartland of the church can't keep its own flock, you know this isn't about outsiders. It's about a crisis within. Germany, home of the Reformation. Martin Luther's backyard, who is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in Western and Christian history. Turns out, it's also home to a massive exodus. 19.7 people leaving for everyone joining. Maybe they saw the German church tax and thought, Mein Dank. 15 years ago, 61% of Germans belonged to either a Catholic or Protestant church. Today, about 26% of Germans are officially registered as Catholics and 23.7% as Protestants. France, once proudly called the eldest daughter of the church, now watches as 15.8 people leave Christianity for every new adherent. The nation that built Notre Dame Cathedral now treats these historic buildings more as tourist attractions than houses of worship. When Notre Dame caught fire in 2019, the world mourned, not for the loss of a spiritual center, but for a cultural heritage site. That's French Christianity in a nutshell. Architecturally impressive, culturally significant, and spiritually vacant. The French are more likely to attend a wine tasting than Sunday Mass, and frankly, they're getting more spiritual enlightenment from the former. Poland. Now, this one really turns heads. Poland wasn't just Catholic. It was fiercely Catholic. A nation where faith wasn't just a private matter, but a proud part of national identity. From grand papal visits to massive pilgrimages and rosaries in every household, Catholicism has long been at the heart of Polish culture. But things are shifting, with 12.4 people leaving Christianity for everyone joining. Even Poland is feeling the tide turn. Young Poles, especially, are growing disillusioned with the church, frustrated by scandals, political entanglements, in a sense that traditional institutions just aren't speaking to the realities anymore. Next, we have Spain, the land of majestic cathedrals and centuries of Catholic tradition woven into every festival and family gathering. Once the Spanish crown proudly carried the banner of Catholicism across continents, even earning the title of Defender of the Faith. But times have changed. Today, for every one person joining Christianity, 12.2 are packing their bags and heading out the door. Yes, you read that right. The younger generation especially is stepping back, wary of rigid traditions in a church often seen as out of step with modern life. The younger crowd especially isn't buying what the church is selling anymore. Scandals, outdated views, and the suffocating grip of tradition have pushed many to look elsewhere for meaning. And it keeps going. The Netherlands, the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, the list plays out like the worst losing streak in sports history, where the home team's fans have all gone home by halftime. And no, I'm not sad Christianity is declining. Quite the opposite. Actually, as the fog of falsehood clears, the light of truth shines brighter. This is the natural course of history. When people search sincerely, they find the truth. And as always, truth doesn't just survive, it triumphs. This is just the beginning, inshallah.